Prasad, Wayanad. Whenever I ask any patient, any lifestyle disease patient to do exercises, the first answer will be, Sir, I am not getting sufficient time, enough time to do exercises and all. I'm always busy. Is there any alternative for exercise? Is there any medicine for that? See, if there is a medicine to burn glucose into energy, no need for doing exercises. If there is an alternative for burning fat, is there any medicine to burn out fat? There is no need for angioplasty or bypass surgeries. So, only with exercise or heavy works you can burn the intaken glucose and fat. Fat means triglycerides into energy. No other shortcuts. So, what will happen if you don't do exercises? The daily intaken glucose and fat should be converted to energy. Otherwise, what happens is, if glucose gets deposited in the small blood vessel walls, it will lead to small blood vessel vasculitis, and small vessels will be present throughout the body. In each and every cells, it will be ending with a small blood vessel. So this small blood vessel degeneration, it will lead to damage of all organs in your body. Just like termites eating wood, all of your organs will be damaged. Okay, it will be slow death. So gradually everybody's organ is going for a permanent damage, and more than 90% of such complaints will be irreversible. So only we can prevent such things, we can't treat that things that easily. Okay, so you keep that in mind. And if there is no medicine to clean fat from your blood vessels, a lot of plaques will be there in the blood vessel walls. If there is a medicine to clean this fat from the blood vessel walls, to clean this LDL from the blood vessel walls, there is no need for angioplasty or bypass surgeries. So as such, there is no medicine for that. Then what's the alternative? I'm not getting time. What to do then? So if you're getting 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes in a day, plan the exercises accordingly. Okay, instead of going for walking for half an hour, if you plan exercises with all of your muscles, more than 10 times glucose can be burned from each and every muscles. After that, fat also will get burnt out from the muscles. Right? So plan exercises with the whole group of muscles instead of walking. And another thing is, go for stretches, few yoga exercises and all, for meditation to cool the mind and all. Then aerobic exercises and breathing exercises to strengthen the heart should be there. So you have to plan out the exercises. Okay, then only you will get pakka result for that. Okay, so instead of doing exercises without a planning, just like going for a walk, you plan things with all of your muscles so that maximum glucose and fat can be burnt out. Then do breathing exercises to supply maximum oxygen to each and every cell. Sufficient water should be taken in to replenish the cells with water. Then another important role is there for glucose. See, an athlete, after getting tired, if you give a glass of water with glucose, he will be energized within 1 or 2 minutes. What is happening is that glucose go into the small intestine, from the upper part of the intestine, it go quickly into the blood vessels. During that process, GIP, gastroinhibitory polypeptide, it's an incretin hormone in the upper gut of your body. That GIP, that incretin hormone will be stimulated, and that incretin will send a message to the pancreas, and from the beta cells of the pancreas, insulin will be released into the blood. So this released insulin, it will transport this glucose quickly into the muscles, and the person become energetic again. If you take rice or wheat or anything like that, it will take 1 or 2 or 3 hours to get converted to glucose. Only after that, glucose will go into the blood. Only then it will be absorbed, and only then that stimulation will be gone to the beta cells. That incretin effect will be there. So direct glucose got a major role in exercises. You start doing exercises. If you get tired, the glucose stored in a muscle is converted to energy. Only 2% is the storage capacity in a muscle. So if that 2% glucose is burned out, more glucose should be transported into the muscles. And this is done by insulin. So if sufficient insulin is there in the blood, not there in the blood, to increase the insulin in the blood, if you take a glucose drink, that will release insulin from the beta cells, and that insulin will transport maximum glucose into the muscles and you will be energized. So 1 teaspoon sugar contains only 20 calories. 1 chapati contains 60 calories and 1 cup of rice contains 120 calories. So we are afraid of taking direct sugars. Nothing is going to happen. If you take direct sugar or rice or wheat, what is going into the blood is only glucose. No, kidney don't know that is that glucose coming from rice or wheat or sugar, direct sugar. Only glucose is going into cells and organs. So what happens when you take direct glucose? It will stimulate the incretin GIP and insulin will be gushing out from the beta cells, and that insulin will transport glucose into the muscles. So that athlete, after getting tired, become energetic within 1 or 2 minutes. And if you take rice or wheat, it will take 2 or 3 hours. After that only they will be energized. Okay, so keep this in mind. So in type 2 diabetes, pancreas is lazy and sleeping inside. You just think, how can we uplift those sleeping or lazy beta cells? The only substance in the whole nature which can stimulate your pancreas, your beta cells to release insulin into the blood is glucose. Only glucose can. So if we abstain completely from direct glucose, your beta cells will sleep inside. And if we use sufficient quantity of glucose, plant measured glucose to stimulate the lazy and sleeping beta cells, we can uplift the pancreatic beta cells. So if we plan exercises along with small quantities of direct glucose to stimulate the beta cells, much better results can be achieved. You think about that, keep this in mind, think about that, then plan for a better treatment for diabetes.